In this quick tutorial, I will show you how, or I will show you the easiest way to lay out a letter size trifold brochure in InDesign. Let's get started. The first thing you want to remember is that both sides of the brochure have to measure 8.5 inches top to bottom, 11 inches from left to right, flat. That's the first thing. And then the second thing you want to remember is that the panel on the far right side, all right, when you open up the brochure, the panel on the far right side, is what they call the short fold because it folds in to the brochure. Here's how we do it. The first thing we want to do is we're going to go up to File, drop down to New Document, File New Document, and then we're going to, and I'm going to suggest you work with inches. So right now our default is an 8.5 by 11 document, letter size. But what we're going to do is we're going to set up this thing as spread. So we're going to say facing pages, all right? And we're going to say number of pages, we want to have 6 pages, okay? And then instead of the default letter size, let's make that the width 3.7. Again, we're working in inches, and we'll make the height 8.5. Okay, so 3.7 by 8.5, and we'll keep the margins at a 1/2 inch, and let's build in the bleeds. We'll say 0.125, which is 1/8 of an inch. 0.125. Okay, and we'll say okay. Remember, we have facing pages, 6 pages. 3.7 by 8.5, and we're going to keep the margins at 1/2 inch, and then we're going to have 1/8 of an inch bleed, and we'll say okay. So now let's take a look at the page panel. So as you can see, we have, and it's going to set up a spread, which means you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and that's not really what we want. What we want is we want 3 on one side and 3 on the other side, because when you look at a trifold brochure, both sides have 3 pages, 3 in the front, 3 in the back. So when I try to move these two pages, 2 and 3, right next to 1, I can't do that. And the reason why I can't do that is because there's something that we need to set up to allow us to do that. So what I want you to do is tap on the first page, put your finger on the shift key, and tap on the page 6. So you have all 6 pages selected. Go up to the little grid in the upper right hand corner, and then click off on Allow Document Pages to Shuffle. Click off so it's not selected. And then once you do that, take 2, 3, bring that right next to 1, and then take 6 and bring it right next to 5. So you'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so now we have our front and our back because 1, 2, 3 is going to be the front side, and then 4 to 6 will be the inside. Okay, for time's sake, I went ahead and labeled these pages so that I can show you exactly what we have. So we have here, of course, on the front side, you have the inside, the back of the brochure, and the front of the brochure. And then on the inside, of course, you have left, center, and right. All right, let's deal with the short fold. As you know, I'm going to tap on the page, the actual page tool. And as you know, all 6 pages are 3.7 inches wide. What we're going to do is on page 1, the inside, that's the short fold, we're going to make that 3.6 inches wide. Then we're going to go down to the inside right page, which would be page 6. We're going to make that 3.6 inches wide. So you're going to have, I'll say, okay. So you have page 6 at 3.6, and then you have page 1 at 3.6, and the other 4 pages are 3.7. Okay? So now let's export this out as a PDF file and see what it looks like. So we're going to go to export. We already have a name for it. We're going to say Adobe PDF Print. We'll say save, and at this point we want to say make them spreads. All right, make sure you tap on spreads, and we'll say export. Now what's going to happen is you can see we have our inside, back, and front, and we have our left, center, right. But here's the key. When we mouse down to the lower left-hand corner, the actual flat size, which is what we want, is 11 by 8.5. So there you have it. That's how you can easily lay out a trifold letter size template using InDesign. Hopefully that helps.